this is something I've been meaning to talk about, but I want to do it properly, and I want to do it with you and Riccardo here, because this is such an important concept for people to understand. This is not a rebellion of the left versus the right. You need to get that out of your mind, guys. Yeah. I get it if you're new to politics and you've just learned what the hell left and right means. This is a rebellion of the establishment versus populists.
Yep.
It's institution versus the people. That's what it is. What do you believe in? So what we've been seeing this last week, in fact these last 2 weeks, is a big democratic push and a big democratic civil war in the Democrat Party. The progressives are in a battle for Medicare for all. What the hell is that? Well, in Australia, we've got Medicare, which covers everyone, basically, and then we've got, if you want private insurance, you can get additional cover, which is, you know, I think it's not a bad system. It works for 25 million people. In America, they don't have Medicare for all.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump got rid of Obamacare, which only covered 20 million people, and then they've got about 160 million people who are on private healthcare. Now, there's been a big Democrat push and a big civil war right now to push for a vote, because right now, because Donald Trump and the Republicans did so well in the election in the House of Congress, where Nancy Pelosi is, Nancy Pelosi only holds the majority, the Democrats only hold the majority by about 6 votes. Well, it turns out there are 8 Democratic members who are a part of the squad, or the progressive wing of the party. That includes AOC, Rashida Tlaib, all those fun people, fun names. Now, because they've got more than the majority, they can flip it either way. They have significant power to not elect Nancy Pelosi as the speaker again, or not vote on anything in the future, so which would make Nancy Pelosi ineffective. And a lot of progressives, like Jimmy Dore, who runs an excellent progressive channel, he's a very truthful guy, an honest guy. I don't agree with him on so many things, but I've been listening to him longer than all the conservative guys I've been listening to, believe it or not. He used to work at the Young Turks, and then he left after a little while once he got fairly big. But it's been very fascinating, because Jimmy Dore is a progressive who has been at the forefront of this battle to push for a vote in #ForceTheVote, to try and get the Democrat Party to have a vote on Medicare for all. And we see this tweet from Cenk Uygur, the head of the Young Turks, where he says, "There's nothing wrong with Force the Vote. What's wrong is the timing. Let's do Force the Vote 10 more times at the right time." The right time is not an excuse to wait in this case. The right time was before this vote. I like being aggressive, but you have to do it strategically. This is a guy who says he's progressive. He's been pushing for a number of years. I used to be a subscriber to his organization back when I was progressive in 2016, 2017. I still got the receipts. And Jimmy Dore replies to him, "Yes, we need to keep waiting. You're such a good boy, Democrat." Did Cenk get his talking points again, straight from Neera Tanden again? Now, Jimmy Dore, he is a straight shooter. I keep telling people this. In the age of the internet, transparency is key. If you want to get elected, if you want to run a successful YouTube channel, if you want to be credible in politics, if you're honest, you can make a headway. If you're just expressing your views like you do, Romeo, and that's what I credit to your rise, is it's honesty and transparency. Watch this space. Next week, when I've got you and Riccardo, we'll be taking a closer look at this, because this is, as I said, it's the establishment, it's the institutions versus populists and the people, and transparency. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Because I think this is completely brand new to you in terms of Force the Vote. What do you think about this whole civil war?
From what you just said, Cenk is playing the. Can we say he's playing the numbers game?
Yeah.
Favoritism, populist?
Yeah.
And he's been called out on it. I'd like to see his reply to Jimmy.
No reply.
No reply,
no
thank
reply,
you.
Of course not.
Absolutely, yeah. Had there been a reply, but I mean, Jimmy's rise as well, you can say he's a straight shooter, and just like people tend to magnate towards that, like they're just drawn in. I think those words that he said, he's going to backfire in his face. I mean, he already did. He just exposed him right there. You know, good boy, who you've been talking to, you know, who you're getting, you know. You could say that he said to him, you're a puppet. Who's pulling your strings?
Yeah, pretty much didn't he?
So,
yeah.
you know, that's one thing that I'm glad that nobody can say about me or you.
Yeah.
There are no strings to these wrists.
That's right.
Especially this tongue.
That's right.
And if people, you know, and if